So would you fly it in an innovative electric-only powered aircraft in comparison to a traditional-only aircraft? Let's learn more about Lilium and how it's planning to dominate this new sector. Right, hustlers. So today I'm doing something different, and I'm doing something that many of you have asked me to do. I'm going into Lilium Aviation, and I found a nice video on CNBC that we can watch together to try and understand more about Lilium electric aircraft. So let's get right into it now.
The small town of Wesseling in Bavaria has a long history in the aerospace industry, so it's fitting that it's where Lilium set up shop. Established by 4 university students in 2015, the group is now one of Europe's leading eVTOL companies. Klaus Roewe is Lilium's CEO.
We want to revolutionize aviation. Revolutionize means make it absolutely zero emission. We want to make a regional plane that has a decent transport capacity to have a meaningful effect on CO2 emission reduction.
And tell us a bit about Lilium's business model.
We have lots of orders already from the premium market, but also from airline type of customers. We will start delivering the first 1 to 2 years into the so-called premium market, but over the time we will come.
Now, this is important that they stay in a premium market. The insurance on one of these are going to be very high, just with the fact that one accident could wipe you out as a business. So staying premium is really good. We can look at the likes of Tesla entered in quite a premium range when they first started bringing out their electric vehicles, and then they started filtering their way down. So I'd love to see Lilium do the same thing.
Come out with a 6-seater version, higher density seating, lower operating cost per pax kilometer, and this is what we believe 85% of the market afterwards.
Lilium might be aiming to make its jet affordable, but for now costs are high.
If you buy the premium version, it's about $9 million. The shuttle version is about $7 million.
Who will be driving then a Lilium jet?
It can be flown by any certified qualified pilot.
That was my cue to hop on board. Klaus, these seats are quite comfy, interesting inside. What's the overall vision for the internal experience?
It will be very silent, so the internal noise level will be like in a high-class car, not comparable with helicopters at all. And for sure, then you can configure the aircraft as you like, so you can basically customize.
Now, the sound is one thing I really like to look at. You don't want loads of these going around if they're big, loud sounds like a helicopter. So the fact that they're looking at their acoustic level, it is really, really good on their behalf.
Everything you want.
What's the charging time like?
Full recharge when you have flown the longest mission is about 45 minutes.
So if the battery was flat almost?
It will never be really flat. So the battery, when you land and when you have basically emptied it, it will still have some 25 to 30% state of charge, because you need to hold reserves. Yeah, like when you land with a conventional aircraft, the tanks are never empty.
For more on the jet's features and capabilities, I caught up with co-founder Daniel Viergaard.
So here we are in our 175,000 square foot manufacturing facility. Here we can do still dirty work like drilling, etc. on the structure before we then later move into the final assembly line. Right now, what is next to me here is our MSN-1, our first production aircraft. It's the world's first electric jet airplane that is in commercial certification. And it also features the largest cabin in the Vertical Takeoff and Landing eVTOL segment.
How is this different from some of the other competitors on the market?
Yeah, most of our peers are using propellers. These propellers have the advantage that they're a bit simpler to design and they need less power in takeoff and landing, but they're less efficient in the cruise flight. So since we are focused on regional flights, we have picked the jet technology because it yields longer range.
Talk to me a bit about how these vehicles are powered.
It's a lithium-ion battery with a high content of silicon in the anode, and this helps us to increase the power and the energy capability.
How many stages of testing typically do eVTOLs need to go through?
Well, there is a number of testing stages, thousands of test points to be completed. So you are starting to test on the very low component levels, such as a cell, for example, or a unit of the engine, a compressor. And then the last level is on the full aircraft, where you at first have ground testing and then the full aircraft flight test.
In 2019, Lilium was awarded one of the world's most prestigious design accolades, the Red Dot Award. I caught up with Alberto Caruso, head of design and brand.
Thank you for having CNBC here. What goes on
It's a pleasure.
here at the design studio?
This is actually the mock-up area, so where we shape, I would say, customer experience of our product. So you got here a lot of physical models we are building up. Really unique design. It's really something innovative.
What are some of the materials that you're using on the jet?
The exterior is actually very high-tech material, so we are using a lot of carbon fiber to get really lightweight. Obviously, the exterior can be customized with different liveries. We're going to start with our branded livery that more or less is going to look like this. So very high-tech, fresh look.
My time at Lilium nearly over, I couldn't resist trying a fully immersive experience.
It feels pretty incredible. I'm not going to lie, my heart's beating quite fast.
I flew over some of London's landmarks,
I'm just going to fly towards the Shard.
piloted in the rain,
Very realistic weather, that's for sure.
and even spotted CNBC's offices.
There's Fleet Place. You've been in the aviation industry for 3 decades or so. How has the industry evolved? How is it evolving? And what role is technology playing?
There was a lot of efficiency gain made by the structure, by the systems, notably by the engines. However, you can see it's now coming to a kind of plateau. So getting another 20–30% out in terms of CO2 reduction is very, very difficult. So you have to make a leapfrog in terms of technology. This could be hydrogen, it could be battery electric, SAF, but SAF, we know it's not the ideal solution. The most radical solution is clearly what we are doing. That's why I'm here.
So there we have it there, guys. Bang that subscribe, leave me a comment, and smash the like button. Alright guys, peace out.